So it's going to go to let people in because otherwise they think there are 3 of them. And then I'm going to put it on the other Facebook while we're talking. Good morning, everybody. We're letting everyone in now.
Hi.
Okay, so I think we have a small audience, but we're going to have a big audience in the background. Okay, let's give me like 1 minute and we can start. Okay, we're getting there. It's just warming up. We had a little bit of a delay here with some technical issues, but it looks like we're okay.
Where's my flag? Where's my flag? Where's my flag?
Which organizers?
Lazy World Travel Network is a new network
Okay,
that
so
they
there we
formed.
go. 30 more
International.
seconds and we're there.
They're doing different polling sessions. So the next 2 weeks, we've got to celebrate the launch of the network now. So I joined and I am on the network.
Congratulations. This is the thing you was
I
on
just
yesterday.
showing. Yeah, they have several sessions going on.
You see that?
Mom to the son, take off your mic, boy.
Okay, now it's shared to the group. One more sharing and then we can start. Sharing to... Okay, let me also get it on the African Tourism Board because that might be interesting for them. And last one, I'm going to put it on Hawaii News Online. And then we're all set. Okay, we're ready to go. Aloha, everybody. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz, and I'm joining you from livestream.travel in Honolulu. And today we're celebrating the opening and launch for the World Tourism Network. World Tourism Network is an initiative by tourism leaders with a focus on the SME and small and medium-sized businesses to guide the industry through the current crisis and beyond. Currently, World Tourism Network has a little bit more than 1,000 members in 121 countries. And if you haven't heard about World Tourism Network and found us out here on eTurboNews and watching us, simply go to WTN.travel. You can join. There are free options. And if you are in the business and you wanted to present something during our launch month in December, you also find opportunities on WTN.travel. Today, when we recorded, we're live now on Thursday, December 3. And we'll be talking about social media. And our guest is Abdul Sakur. And he is, maybe I've pronounced this wrong. My apology if I did. But Abdul is joining us from London, one of my favorite cities in Europe. And we have a small live audience, so feel free to interact. We will mute everyone, but there is the option just to unmute or raise your hand, or simply we're small enough of a family here where you can just simply, I think, just ask questions or cut in. But I leave it up to Abdul and welcome him to this session. Good morning.
Hi, Jürgen. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. And yes, you said the name it correctly. So Abdul Sakur, it's absolutely fine. So it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much. And yes, the topic for today's presentation will be social media workshop for travel brands. where we're going to have like a sort of interactive session, more like a hands-on session, where you'll be able not only to get some tips and tricks, but also to get your hands dirty, if you may say it like this, practicing a little bit, also with your TikTok account, if you have access to TikTok, and Instagram as well. So if I may, can I share my screen?
Oh, yes, let me get you in this screen sharing mode. I should have done that earlier. Okay, you should be able to do that.
Perfect. Okay, so I believe that everyone can see my presentation now.
Perfect.
Okay, awesome. So welcome everyone to the social media workshop for travel brands, preparation for 2021. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you very much, Jürgen, for inviting me for the World Tourism Network Expo. It's great to be here. Today, we're going to focus on a topic which is basically a foundation for us to prepare for next year. How can travel brands get quick TikTok wins to increase reach and exposure? So, as already said, my name is Abdul. I'm originally from Portugal and I live in England. I work with companies to supercharge their social media for business. I'm also involved in digital negotiation when you want to get people to negotiate through different platforms. For example, if you're trying to get some kind of price increase, negotiating the terms, using channels, digital channels, so like video, SMS, or even WhatsApp, which is very used today nowadays. I also deliver online training sessions, and I also deliver sales courses, persuasion techniques, negotiation tips and hacks. So everything that involves the negotiation process, when you want to not only to get more skills, but also you want to learn different psychological techniques, different ways to get your customer to hear you, and you can actually give them your point of view. I have experience with startups, accelerators, hubs, and I also work with companies which use big data analytics. And yes, I'm a fan of happy customers. You can find me on social media, marketing mentor for travel professionals. And yes, I speak quite a few languages because I lived in few countries. And yeah, I'm very glad that I'm able to do this presentation for you guys today. So the agenda for today, I think it's important that we focus and understand why TikTok is so popular. So we will talk about 10 figures that you need to know. We're going to try to understand how the algorithm works from the experts, creating an aggregator profile to entice engagement, criteria and rules to create optimized content, powerful strategies to create a killer content, and consistency to get real-time results. And I'm also going to give you some tips on where to get the TikTok growth tools, because this will escalate your business in terms of your exposure and also get more organic traffic. So prepare yourselves, get a pen and paper, because you're going to take a lot of notes, okay? So it's important to know that TikTok has 800 million users. I think it has reached now almost 1 billion. And it's actually exploded since the beginning of this year for the logical reasons. And also because TikTok is a very different social media. If you just compare it with Instagram or Facebook or even Pinterest, you can actually see that you can consume content in a more dynamic way, and obviously, you know, from different types of geographies and different types of people, and it's always very, very, how would I say, popular to, for example, adopt trends. So I'm doing trend for this song or for this dance, and not only for the lower age groups, but also for the older people, which is something that you're going to see in this presentation as well. So the next statistics that we have is the downloads. TikTok app has been downloaded over 2 billion times, not only on App Store, but also on Google Play. We are aware that TikTok has been banned in some countries, but still the popularity has been increasing every month. TikTok is the most downloaded app on the Apple App Store, being ranked of one of the most, let's say, the top most downloaded app in Apple's iOS App Store in Q1 2019 with more than 33 million downloads. Of course, we have to exclude the gaming apps because these ones are the ones that have the most downloads. We're just excluding all the gaming apps in this analysis. TikTok app conquers the teens of the world, with 41% of TikTok users being aged between 16 and 24. This according with the Global Web Index of 2019. TikTok downloads on Google Play 3.08 million times from the Google Play Store in Brazil only in September 2020. So it's quite amazing. The average time spent on TikTok daily, TikTok users spend on average 52 minutes per day on the app. I would say this is just an average. For people that are creating content, for sure they're using it much more time, not only to get ideas, but also to prepare themselves and also to create the videos, because this also takes some time. There are ways which you can optimize your time when you are creating content, but we're going to give you some tips how you can create and get ideas to produce the best content for your brand, or even for personal branding if you want. TikTok is available in 155 countries, and 90% of all TikTok users access the app on a daily basis, because once you start using it, it just becomes very addictive. Not only if you're consuming the type of content that is informational, but also if it is entertaining or even if it is educational. People are very aware of the type of information that is given on different channels. For example, if I go to an online newspaper, or if I watch TV, or even if I watch a YouTube video to know what's happening in the world, just watch the news, I want to see it in a different perspective. And sometimes a personalized experience gives a point of view which influences our opinion. So, for example, if we talk about coronavirus vaccine, or a very popular topic the last months, which was the US elections, there has so many opinions about what's going on that you just try to, it's automatic. You try to consume more content from people that are giving their opinion in a video than actually reading the real news. More than 1 billion videos viewed every day in the last year. So we're talking in 2018. So Douyin, which is also known as a TikTok in mainland China, just hit 400 million daily active users there, and the most active dance video creators are over 60 years old, just to prove that TikTok, it's not only for teens, but also different age groups, as you can see in this data. According with the Sensor Tower, we can see here that in terms of the top apps which have been downloaded in August 2020, TikTok was top, not only in the App Store, but also in the Play Store, followed by the other channels. So we have, for example, the overall downloads, Zoom, Facebook, Instagram, which is quite, let's say, understandable. But TikTok here had an exponential growth throughout 2020, and August was the year, let's say, was the month that we could see this growth, because the users started to engage with TikTok when this pandemic started, and it became like a normality using TikTok. And uh, we have different reasons. People were staying at home, they wanted to do different things, but also they wanted to get some kind of, let's say, revenue or network, which is also used by TikTok, but also by brands. So for example, if you're talking about travel brands, they were using TikTok for different purposes, not only to inform, but also, for example, to educate, and also to give experiences. So we've seen a growth in virtual experiences to museums, hotels, even to hotel rooms. And TikTok was a big, let's say, enabler that allowed people to experience that in the comfort of their sofa, just watching a 15-second video on TikTok. And what are the 7 key performance indicators used by the algorithm on TikTok? Video views, likes and comments, followers, forwards, shares and saves, average watch time, completion rate, if they watch the video till the end, and video integrity. We're going to see how this is being measured, because it's when we create a video, we need to consider all these premises, and because this is going actually to influence how our video is going to be seen after it's published. Okay, so we really have to think about the goal of our video. This is we're going to see in the next slides, but it's important that we actually define as a goal and main goal, what is going to be the purpose? Is it going to entertain? Is it going to educate? Is it going to provide value in a way that people actually want to consume this type of content? Just like this example we see here, it had a lot of video views and likes for the normal reasons. But the following videos, you can see as well that sometimes it's not really about the, because this type of video, if it is a tour operator or a tourist or tour guide that's trying to promote his excursion or activity, it doesn't make sense, because no one is traveling. But it makes sense in a way that we want to psychologically entice people to see this content, and whenever they are able to book it, then they can do it, even if it is next year or in 2 years from now. So it's important to think about this before we create a video. So as I said, let's define our strategy. If we, for example, establish, okay, we're going to use TikTok not only to get leads, but also to increase brand awareness, and also to prepare mentally our future prospects, potential clients, travelers, to book a room with us if we are a hotel, or if we are a travel agency. We really need to focus on the type of content that we want to create. So we need to establish that. We need to know if we're going to partner with TikTok creators or not. And we also have to think how to encourage user-generated content, because it's no point only to create a video if no one is engaging, no one is commenting, no one is actually expressing interest. So we really need to focus on these areas to actually generate some kind of engagement. So goal of the videos, either they will be motivational, informational, entertaining, viral. Will it be a problem solver content? Will it be an educational content, motivational content? Throughout this year, we've seen many different types of examples in the travel industry. travelers asking for refunds, but then how the companies, how the airlines, how the travel agencies were actually using the social media channels to answer to these queries. Were they problem-solving answers? Were they actually using the right platform? So it's important because no one actually lived this situation before. But now that we've experienced what happened this year, maybe we can establish, let's say, a plan for the type of or approach that we can have with our customers for next year. It's important to define your when, your who, and your why. So if we are creating a video and if we answer to these three questions, then automatically we have already the ingredients to create our video. As an example, we can use when producing a video, unique historical facts, cultural attractions never seen, food diversity. We can even sing, teach, lip sync, simulate phone calls, educate, entertain, inform, persuade. I mean, there are hundreds of examples which we can use to create a video. It's just we have to choose something that identifies with our brand, right? We have this example where I would say it's considered not only informational but also motivational. Everyone's at home. Everyone wants to travel, and there had been some exceptions. Some countries had their travel corridors. So I wouldn't say that everyone stayed at home. Some people took some holidays, but not in every country, right? So the way you can maybe use TikTok is to promote a deal on a specific season. When you think that the criteria and conditions are met for people to travel and visit that destination in terms of health protocols, I mean, everything that allows someone to travel, not only from the airport, but till they get to destination, and also to ensure that everything goes smoothly during their journey. It's important to know, first things first, that TikTok flags videos for violating copyright. TikTok rejects videos that show profanity or something aggressive. I mean, these are things that are straightforward, but we still need to emphasize this. TikTok also ignores videos which have logos of other social media platforms. So guys, just be careful when you're creating your videos. I mean, you can create a video, publish it on TikTok, and then share it among other platforms. This is allowed. The other way around, it's a little bit more difficult. But anyway, the format of a TikTok video is also very specific. You have the 15-second, you have the 1-minute video, is a bit different. And also you have to see which kind of audience you're capturing on TikTok. Is it only teens? Is it older people? Which kind of age group? Which kind of geography you're trying to target and attract? So this is something that you have to consider for your videos. Identify your audience, write a description, okay? So an ideal client is someone who sees your products or services as a perfect solution to their problems. A must-buy mindset kind of behavior, and a reason to recommend your company to their friends and colleagues. So when you create a video, you really need to, your video needs to indirectly say to people that, okay, I'm solving your problem. I'm actually giving you something that you need for your journey, for your trip, okay? Your videos really need to give value to your audience, okay? If I'm looking to travel anywhere in the world in the next 1 or 2 months, okay, of course, I'm going to prepare myself. I need to do some research, okay? And if I'm watching a video on TikTok, or if I'm actually subscribed to an account which has travel content, I would like to actually see some videos that solve some of my questions, right? So, for example, is it allowed to go to that destination? Is there a protocol in place? Is it safe? Is it not safe? Is it safe for families? Is it safe for couples with children? Yes or no? Is the hotel that I'm going to uh, met all the conditions that I can stay there without worrying about my health and my close ones? So, and you can do this in a video. A TikTok video can just simply be someone talking in front of a camera, highlighting 3 4 5 items about safety of the hotels, safety of the destination. It doesn't need to be something, you know, out of the normal, like dancing in a volcano or doing something crazy. You just need to be yourself, and you have to think from the perspective of the customer. If he's actually watching your video, then you're answering to his question. Maybe you can use some effects, some music background. Um, you get you can put some client testimonials, talking with someone. You can do a duet with a customer, for example, on TikTok. The possibilities are endless. So you just have to really choose about the type of approach that you want to have when creating your video, but just be mindful that it needs to solve a problem. So if you have a pen and paper, and because this is a hands-on session, just I would say write down that you need to write a description of your ideal client. Who is your ideal client? Maybe you have done that, but I would advise you to do that again, because maybe you want to use TikTok in a more proactive way, and maybe the audience that you have on Facebook or Instagram, it's not the same as you have on TikTok. Maybe you're trying to attract a different audience on TikTok. So it's important that you do this. So if you have your mobile, I would advise you to download TikTok from the Google Play or the App Store. Okay. I mean, this is going to be recorded anyway, so you can pause the video afterwards. So you have plenty of time to do this. So you open app, you go to me, choose a method to sign up. Okay. Make sure that your email and phone number are valid, as they are needed for login and password recovery. So once you have your TikTok account created, then we can actually dig into more deeply and see the following steps. So my advice is that you should use um, a memorable username. Okay, something that is easy to remember. Everyone wants to go to a video and show to their friends, colleagues, family, relatives how cool it was, that video. Okay, so if you just choose a memorable username, it will be easy to type in, to remember, and to share among other people. Okay, it's important that you know your content. What's the intention of the account? As I said, is it motivational? Is it educational? Is it entertaining? Okay. If setting a business account, know your brand and establish your identity. Try to choose a name which is attractive, that represents your personality and your business as well. If you're a small business, then you are your business, okay? You are your brand. So it comes a little bit with your personal branding. Try to choose a name. Maybe you have a name for your company, okay? But not necessarily that you need to have the same name on TikTok, okay? Maybe you can use something which is more related to your personality, the type of person that you are, and the type of connection that you have with people, which is very important. Just don't forget that usernames have to be between 2 and 24 characters. Okay? It's important that you upload a professional profile picture. Okay? So upload a profile avatar with your professional attitude, 200 for 200 pixels. Okay? These are just some very detailed advice and tips for the type of photo, a picture that you want to take. So I won't go through everything. It's just important that you consider the background, the way you're smiling pose, the way that you're taking the picture, the place, and obviously there is in the end also here an online photo editing tool which you can use for your photos. Okay. Your bio, it's very important because it's the principal thing that your viewers want to read. Okay, the more your viewer will know about you, the more they will get connected with you. So use line breaks to make information more bit-sized and consumable. Okay, if you're active on Likey app, add your username too. Don't forget to add a branded hashtag in your bio so that fans can use it when making a duet, and use IG, YouTube links, and hashtags. As you see here in the left side, I just put just two words, which defines what I do, which is coaching, okay? And then the subject, and just a small slogan, and the link for my website and the email, and I also have my YouTube channel as well. So these just small things can make a difference when someone wants to know more about you on TikTok. Just make sure that you have this uh, this content prepared when you are actually optimizing your account on TikTok. Some advice: you can follow these accounts on TikTok, which will give you some ideas in terms of the type of content, type of approach that you're taking. Of course, they are in this for a long time, but it's always good to know what are the trends as well and what are actually people watching and the types of things that they are liking and commenting and sharing throughout TikTok. Okay, so carry on with the hands-on approach. So first thing you want to do is to convert to a business account. Okay, so you launch the TikTok app on your device. Now go to your profile page, open the privacy and settings tab, select manage my account option, and now choose the switch to pro account option and follow the next steps from there. Okay, this is quite simple to do it, but it's very important because once you have your business accounts, you have more options and more features, and obviously gives a little bit more of credibility, right? If you're a business account, obviously you are a business, then it attracts potential customers to your business and inquiries, which you want to have in this stage when you want to sell in the future. Even if you are not selling anything now, it doesn't mean that you cannot convert the users into customers in a near future. So my next advice would be to, if you want to start with TikTok, open TikTok, go to your Discover tab, write in the search bar the country that you want to promote, and choose a viral video. So for example, if I want to try to see a video which is very popular in the country, or using the hashtag of the country that I want to promote, this will help me a lot. And why? Because these hashtags are essential if you want to produce a video and you want to promote that specific destination. Then you can actually use those hashtags in your videos. Okay, so imagine that, for example, I've chosen Portugal on the Discover tab. Okay, I came up with this video which has 3.2 million views. Okay, and it has these hashtags. So guys, do that, and please write it down, the hashtags of this particular video that you have chosen. The second step, I would say that, for example, if you are, in this case, we're just using the example of Portugal. If you want to, not that these videos refer to Portugal, but if I have chosen Portugal, for example, I've chosen those hashtags, and I'm going to comment on those videos because it makes sense for me. Okay, I want to attract that type of audience. But then I can also choose different accounts. Okay, about travel, about TikTok travel. Okay, and see, for example, these trending videos, which you can see from different destinations, from different accounts. And why is that? Because I want to attract audience which is related to my niche. Okay, in this case, it's tourism, it's travel, it's holiday, is staycation, is vacation. Okay, so I want to attract this type of audience. And how to create your first video. Okay, this is really hands-on, something very simple, but if you get your hands on this, it will become your daily routine. Okay, start to create some very simple videos. Okay, I have here some instructions, which I'm not going to through all of it because I know that time is running and you have to be consistent with the time. So just watch this slide properly because it is going to be recorded, and try to follow the steps to create a nice TikTok video. Don't forget the right hashtags. I've already mentioned this, but this is very important because it's going to help you a lot. Okay, and please keep creating videos consistently. Okay, 1 or 2 videos a day is good. I wouldn't say too much. Of course, you have different opinions. Some people say 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's important to know that the algorithm is still trying to see what you are trying to achieve in one video. Okay, so, and this takes time. Okay, so for example, you create a video in the morning, and the next video that you're going to create will be, let's say, end of the day. This gives time to the algorithm to understand, okay, it's trying to attract travelers, it's trying to attract people that just want to have a relaxing time, just a good time in their homes. Okay, we have different examples, but it's important that you don't let's say, manipulate the algorithm. Otherwise, it can create issues for you. So keep checking the TikTok analytics to create more targeted content, and pay attention to the both tabs, following and for you. So if you have TikTok in front of you, when you're scrolling through the different videos, on the top center, you will see 2 tabs, following and for you. From the user side, TikTok has 2 feeds, which it serves content. So the following tab and the for you tab, people who have followed you will see your content on the following page tab, but people who haven't followed you can still see or discover your content on the for you page feed tab. So these 2 tabs combined with the algorithm are what sets TikTok apart, because your follower count doesn't directly impact your video views. Okay, we have this example. Maybe this is something, maybe this video was shot maybe last year, but at least they are feeding the minds of the travelers with ideas to travel. So in this case, we have Santorini, Greece. Okay, we have a travel deal with the price. You can do this as well. You can also do the same thing without using this video. You can just yourself giving value, talking and giving the information about the itinerary, the price, etc. In terms of growing your account, the first advice I would give it to you is to check the timings of the video views on the TikTok analytics. So in your settings on the right hand side on the top, you have business, and then you have TikTok analytics. This will allow you to see what is your audience doing with your videos. Are they actually watching them, and what time they're watching them? Okay. The second advice, I would say, touch base with travel influencers to collaborate. We can say here travel bloggers, but it's important to connect with someone that understands your audience. Okay, as in travel, you know, we have different target groups. We have honeymooners, we have hikers, we have families, okay? So all different types of travel groups. So it's important to actually connect with someone which is going to target the audience that you want uh, to come to you to buy your packages, your services, your tickets, etc. Okay, get them to do a live streaming with you. You can do a duet. Okay, obviously you can use different channels as well. You can, for example, use Instagram. Is very easy to do. um, and yeah, I mean, try also always to see when you do a one video, two videos, how is the consumer behavior, if they're actually engaging with you or not, if they are interested to know more or not, because every time you have to review your strategy and also your approach. Okay, the way you are giving the information, does it make sense or no? So all these points are important. Get them to repost your content. So if you have people that are advocates of your brand, get them to repost your content. Create a calendar posting and be consistent. Buy a good, decent lighting equipment to shoot your TikTok videos. This looks very simple, but it's important that you have a good lighting equipment, because this will help you a lot in terms of getting people to consume your content. Obviously, if it is very dark or if the sound is not good, it will influence your numbers. Okay, hit those trends at the right time. Come up with your own challenge. Okay, try to launch a challenge to your users. Okay, can be a competition, can be a quiz about travel destinations. You know, the possibilities are endless. You just need to be creative. Come up with a good CTA. Okay, when you do a video, try them to contact you afterwards. Okay, if you want to know more as well, we have a digital marketing course which actually nails down the way you can get people to engage with you in a more proactive way. Okay, so you can sign up to the course, which is in my website. But this is something we can see case by case, because you have to come up with your own strategy, and you need to understand a little bit what is actually your goal. All right. So as we have talked in the beginning, explore the TikTok Marketing Secrets Facebook group. This is very useful. Okay, it's I would say an ocean of resources which you can use to help you, grow your TikTok accounts. Okay, and use a growth service. A growth service, you have many possibilities here. Depends really on your budget, on what you're trying to achieve. You have different examples here. You have Talk Social, Talk Upgrade, Media Master, Followers Up, Instamber. What is this? What's the purpose of using a growth service? A growth service is going to comment for you, is going to like for you, is going to try to follow the most accounts possible related to your niche, related using your hashtags that you define. For example, I use Talk Growth, which is also a very good tool. It helped me a lot. But it all depends on really on your geography, on your audience, on the type of users that you want to segment and you want to attract. So the next point is really how to monetize your TikTok account. What is a TikTok Creator Fund? The Creator Fund gives TikTok's best and brightest opportunity to earn money with their creative talent. So just going through this quickly, the EU TikTok Creator Fund supports ambitious creators and seeks to reward innovative and creative content on TikTok. The EU TikTok Creator Fund will initially start at $70 million, with the amount of the fund expected to grow over time. Eligible creators who apply and are accepted into the EU TikTok Creator Fund will be compensated for their TikTok posts provided they comply with the terms of service and community guidelines and the terms of the creator fund. Okay, at this point of time, this is only applicable to a few countries. As you can see in this note here, we are unfortunately not able to offer enrollment in the Creator Fund to the EU creators outside the UK, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain at this time. However, we are actively looking at ways to extend to further markets across Europe, and we'll share more as soon as we are able. Just for you to know that it's possible to make money with TikTok, you just need to be creative. And obviously, if you have the criteria, if you are eligible, then you can get a lot of advantage, a lot of benefits. It's like, let's say, a push for you for your account to get more likes as well, to get more exposure and grow organically. Other ways that you can monetize your TikTok account, we are still having here the conditions. I'm not going through all of this. This you can check afterwards. This is all the criteria that you need to meet to apply for the TikTok Creator Fund. You can be an influencer. As you know, this is something that it already happens in different channels, on Instagram, on Facebook. So being an influencer online is actually a legitimate approach to monetizing your online presence. An influencer is someone who has the ability to affect the purchasing decisions of others because of their popularity, credibility, or relationship with their audience. Social media is a place where certain people have poured their time and effort to build their online reputation in order to become an influencer. I mean, being a travel influencer nowadays can be a little bit difficult, but it doesn't mean that you cannot be a channel of information, or you can be an influence to people that want to educate themselves in terms of what is the right thing to do if they have their travel planned, their trips planned, if they want to go to a specific place for business, or if they are traveling for their honeymoon. So it's important that you assume the role of, let's say, informer. Okay, you don't need to be necessarily an influencer, but if you're giving information that it's really useful for someone that needs to travel in 2021 or 2022, then for sure you are attracting already leads and possibly clients. Live streaming. Live streaming is also possible as long as you have 1,000 followers. This is not difficult to achieve if you are using one of those TikTok growth tools that I've mentioned earlier on. So you can do that. It helps a lot. I've done it with other people and actually generated a lot of engagement because other people's audiences can come to you and also try to engage with you. So you are attracting people that you don't know, but maybe if you are doing a duet with someone that is in your niche, then it's, let's say, a way for you to grow your account and increase your popularity as well. Okay. Other way to monetize your TikTok account. This is probably the most realistic way for most people to make money via TikTok, even without accumulating a huge following and becoming a national scale influencer. And the secret here is to have some other line of business or store, or use TikTok as an absolutely free way to promote and sell your products or services, or to promote your existing business. But if you really want to promote and sell your products or services on TikTok, you have to know how to do it the right way. And to do that, you can always try to reach me. I have worked with brands, help them to create content that makes sense, but also in a way that less is more. So in that perspective, with that mindset, you're not going to create a lot of text content. So writing a lot of text and putting a lot of numbers. You just need to be very concise in the type of message that you're trying to convey so that people actually consume that content, and in the end they will buy from you. The great thing here is that it can be just about any legal business or service, whether it's nerdy, crafty, techie, or just crazy. Okay, so this is a way to attract referrals, new customers, audiences from other platforms when sharing the same content. Okay, but if you really want to know more, just send me an email. We can go through your digital online presence. What in terms of what is your strategy and what you're trying to achieve, and how we can come up with a solution to attract more leads for your business. So there are other courses available as well in our website. If you just visit www.marketingmentor.travel, you can also connect with me on LinkedIn, add me on Facebook, send me an email. I'm here to help. I think we, in this stage, we need to share information. We have to grow together, and we need to be, one voice in this challenge in the tourism field. We need to be just one voice, and we have to share ideas so that we can grow together. Okay, this is my part of the presentation for TikTok. Visit me on marketingmentor.travel, and thank you very much. I also have another presentation which might take maybe 10 or 15 minutes. If Jürgen allows me, I can go and just give you some highlights.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Abdul. We kind of have an open forum. There's no one coming up in the next 5 minutes. It's quite interesting, and thanks for sharing this all. And we'll definitely also make it available on the WTN website. We can put it on your member page. I assume you have a profile with us, and maybe we can even invite you to join a think tank or discussion group within WTN to update people and interact with our members, because I think there's a big need for this type of discussion and knowledge. I have to admit, I have not heard about TikTok before. So, but you mentioned it's you cannot really make money in the US on it. So it seems to be something what is maybe more on the European side. So I may have not seen it before, but I learned a lot, and it's definitely going to take a much closer look to it. I think it's fine. Maybe we could, if anyone has any questions on the presentation we had so far, maybe we should take these questions and then go to the next part. Or if there's no question, we can go on. Is anyone wanted to jump in? You can just unmute yourself, or you can raise your hand. That's fine, but we're just such a small audience, so I guess you can just unmute and ask.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to share my screen. So I see here one comment. Let me see. Okay. We can, I can provide my my email address. You can reach out to me. We can have a talk after this presentation. It's absolutely fine. You can connect with me through WTN as well. So let me go to the next presentation. So the next one is actually about Instagram, how we can maximize Instagram for a business using live video to engage to your audience. So the agenda for this short presentation is how you can use Instagram for business, some figures that would be interesting for you to know, a success story using video ads, taking an example from a travel company, how to do a live stream on Instagram. It sounds very easy and very simple, but I would maybe suggest we take a look on some of the features that are available in there so that we can be more proactive and create videos. It doesn't need to be long videos. We can just do some short videos, but on a regular basis to be consistent and try to attract the most high number of leads possible. Consistency, as I mentioned, popular IG travel accounts, which is interesting to know, and also monetizing with live stream. Instagram management tools. So the same mindset you need to have for this hands-on course. Bring your motivation and grab a pen or paper to start rolling out. So Instagram for business. 1 billion Instagram accounts worldwide are active every single month. So as you see, Instagram is very powerful. It has been there much longer than TikTok or Snapchat, so it's very, very popular. And even with the pandemic, people are actually using it to monetize. So it's incredible how it has been growing as well along with TikTok. 500 million accounts use Instagram stories every day. Okay, and if you have noticed, maybe some countries have not been implemented yet, but Instagram a few days ago they changed their layout. So the way to post content, the way to do a live stream has been a little bit different, because they're actually analyzing the way that people are using the tool. Okay, and since it's growing, it makes much more sense that there are more video features available, more story features available. You have the Instagram Reels, okay? You have the IGTV, which allows you to have videos for a lot of time, not only 10 or 15 minutes, but over that. So you can get up to one hour. But yeah, I mean, mobile video has been growing a lot. Sorry, this one. Yeah, so this one is about the mobile video that will account for 78% of the total mobile traffic in 2021. So mobile video, everyone's consuming online content through their mobile devices. So we just need to see how we can get the train of the online consumption of the videos that are being watched. We have to use Instagram in a way that people that actually watch our videos on their mobile devices. Long form video makes easier for you to tell your brand story. So as I said, you can shoot a video, okay, and even if you are doing live stream, if it goes more than 30 minutes, then it goes automatically, I mean, it goes into the feed, but then automatically goes to the IGTV. So if you want to tell your story, your brand story, if you want to give value to people, if you want to do consistently this type of videos, you can do that. The tool is there. You can do it 24/7. You just need to have a nice strategy, and there is no criteria. You don't need to have 1,000 followers, just like in TikTok. You can just shoot your video live streaming and use this opportunity to create valuable content for your audience. 90% of accounts follow a business on Instagram, just to see how popular Instagram is for businesses. We have here a success story. Kayak run video ads on Instagram stories, Instagram feed, and Facebook newsfeed in one ad set using placement asset customization, and found that combining ad formats drove a 5-time increase in incremental sales conversions with combined placements, 50% increase in overall return on investment with combined placements. So this only means that when you're actually promoting, creating an advert across the different channels, you just need to be standardized. You're using the same message in different ways. You can use the same video ad, but in a different format for stories, for the Instagram feed, for the Facebook news feed, because this will help you a lot increase your sales conversions. And why use Instagram Live for business? Going live on Instagram is one of the best ways to connect with your followers in a direct, transparent, and authentic way. So Instagram Live allows your audience to submit their comments and questions in real time. Develop a stronger connection with your audience. allows to gain valuable feedback and insight, and you'll be much more discoverable through the in-app notifications to your followers. And your videos will be featured on your Instagram stories for 24 hours for your audience to catch up on. So stories is something that has been um, changing, adapting to people's likes and people's interests. Um, and it's something very, I would say, it's just like when you're watching a headline of a newspaper. You go, for example, to a store and you want to see the headline, okay, of a specific newspaper. Instagram and Facebook have done the same. Now LinkedIn as well have the stories features on. Other channels have as well. So the stories are very instantaneous, and using them proactively can get you real-time results. I see for myself sometimes a normal publication on my Facebook page will take maybe 24 hours to get real-time exposure. But on stories, it's incredible. No one wants to know about that destination, but they want to know my story, what I have to tell them. Maybe it's because they um, they really are a little bit, I don't know if I can use this word, nosy, but I think that's the type of mindset that the Facebook and Instagram developers had when they created this feature, because everyone wants to know what's going on other people's lives, right? So, and if we're talking about travel, even more, because at this point of time everyone wants to travel. So use stories in a proactive way. If you're using Instagram, then your videos will bring you more exposure on Instagram stories, because as you know, videos generate much more engagement and views than pictures or images. So if you grab again your notepad, go to your Instagram app, and if you just go to your Instagram live settings, as you have here um, in this example, before you jump into your Instagram live, it's a good idea to check your settings are exactly as you want them to be. To access your Instagram live settings, open the Instagram stories camera and swipe across to the live mode. Tap the wheel icon in the top left-hand corner to open your controls. From here, you can select who you'd like to be able to view your stories, who can reply, where it automatically saves to, and also how it can be shared. Step 2, filter out offensive comments, because this is something that you don't want to have. I would leave you for you to read out carefully after this presentation when it's available, because this is important for you to set it up when you're trying to create some content on Instagram. So to start a live video from the Instagram app, we have here some instructions. It's quite straightforward, okay? Just be mindful of the equipment that you need, the lighting, make sure that you don't have any noise in the background, okay? If you want to use any kind of music, you can do it afterwards. You can edit your video, you can add some text. Yeah, if you are doing with other people, it also generates more engagement. If you're doing two people, for example, if you're interviewing someone or being interviewed by someone, this will help you a lot. As I mentioned, invite a friend to do a live. Okay, this will generate more engagement from your audience. I have here some of the instructions. Let's say the instructions that you need to go live with a friend. This will help you a lot. And also you can afterwards edit that video as well. Okay, so the same goes here with the profile picture, the same concept as I mentioned on TikTok. Just try to make sure that you have a nice picture that really represents you, your brand, has your personality, and helps to be discovered. So your bio is also very important on Instagram, okay? Because, for example, when you want to direct people to a link on Instagram through the comments, it's not possible. So you really need to use the bio. So it's important that you have your bio really updated and makes people so that you can make you yourself accessible to other people that want to contact you, to inquiry, try to reach you. One of the things that I've realized is also that I don't see a lot of people using the the direct call feature on Instagram. So you can call someone on Instagram besides texting by private message. You can actually call someone. If you're using as a business, Instagram as a business, then you can do that. Why not? Okay. Just try to schedule first, of course. Try to arrange a date and a time and a date, and then check if the person is available, and then yeah, call them on Instagram. Okay, sometimes you don't need to be so formal, sending an invitation by email. Of course, this is very important to do, but if you are, for example, working with travel bloggers which mostly use these channels, then you'll find them, they are much more easier than you would find them on email. So some follow Instagram travel accounts, which you can just check. Obviously, you will find a lot of holidays and travel pictures, but obviously it's good to see what is the trend as well. What are these people doing? Because we're going to a stage that we want to rebuild confidence and try to get people on board to travel again. So it's important to see what are, let's say, the big players doing on Instagram, also to help you see which direction you have to take your business. Grow your IG accounts. Okay, I would say that the same guidelines that were given to TikTok, I would give the same advice. Okay, in the end, also use the growth tips and tricks, Instagram growth tips and tricks on Facebook, because there will be a lot of people there commenting, giving ideas. There are some experts in there which have a lot of following. Just be mindful of trying to connect with someone that really understands your brand. Okay. If you want to get some more advice, you can always try to reach me, send me an email on info@marketingmentor.travel, and we can explore that together. We can come up with a strategy and then try to define a plan for your content and how you can produce the best type of videos for your brand. Okay, there are some social media management services for Instagram as well: Crowdfire, Hootsuite. Just try to make a cross-check comparison to see which one fits best for your strategy. So monetization on Instagram live stream. You can sell products with Instagram shopping. This is something that has been worked on the last months a lot, because even the layout of Instagram, when you're trying to navigate on different type of tabs, you will see that there will be an Instagram catalog where you can find shops in there, even products. So people are using this in a very proactive way. Maybe this is something you can do that as well for products or even services, which you think might be useful. You can, for example, sell a tour guide. Okay, I've seen people doing that. You can sell travel bags. I mean, possibilities are endless. Okay, if you want some more ideas, contact me. I have a list of people that you can follow on Instagram, which are very, very e-commerce focused for travel. This can maybe give you some ideas. Create a new revenue stream with shopping from creators. Build an integrated online store with Facebook shops. Make money on Instagram with IGTV ads, and earn tips with Instagram live badges, which is a very interesting program as well. implemented by Instagram to enable users, creators to make some revenue with their content. So this is the end for me. You know where to reach me, marketingmentor.travel. Please email me. I'm here to help. It has been very nice to be here. I really appreciate to the World Tourism Network and specifically to Jürgen Steinmetz for giving me the pleasure to do this presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Abdul, and I will definitely contact you in regards to live stream
No problem.
on LinkedIn, because we haven't been successful. There has been applications, they're just pending and pending and pending. Maybe you have some insight. But it
Yeah,
looks
sure.
looks like what you're doing is fascinating. As I said, feel free to reach out and we can have a think tank, and we could announce this at our opening on the our official opening on the 9th of December in 6 days, so we can discuss it. But it's definitely internet social media outreach is a very important topic anywhere in the world. I think Denise has a question. She raised her hand. Go ahead, Denise.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, fine.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us again. You were there last night, right? Yes,
Yes, yes.
yes, thank you.
Okay, so just a couple questions. What's the trick in is there a trick I should ask? Is there a trick with how much followers you have in relation to the amount of people you are following? Because, for example, I went to your profile, marketing mentor profile, and I see you only have you are only following 2 persons, but you have so many thousands of followers. What's the trick in that one?
Which channel, which platform?
The Instagram, sorry, the Instagram.
Okay, so Instagram, what I've done, I've actually created a personal account for me um, because my audience was on Facebook. So what we're trying to do is to get people on board with Facebook and then transfer them to TikTok. Because for myself, Instagram was more like a way to give brand awareness and not so much to generate leads. So, and also there is another thing which is very important. I'm trying to attract qualified leads. Even if I don't have a lot of followers, I have another account as well, which have more followers. I don't have a marketingmentor.travel Instagram account. I have just a personal one, but I have a TikTok one. But the people that actually come to me, they are qualified leads. So I know that they have a special type of interest in my following and they engage with me. Sometimes what happens is that you can use these tools to get, for example, 100,000, maybe 1 million followers, but no one engages with you. And it doesn't really make a difference on your business, you see? So I think it's important that whenever you're trying to define your strategy and attracting leads, for example, creating targeted ads, video ads, then you really need to get to those people that will make an impact in your business. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you. There's one other question.
Yeah, sure.
You spoke about the IGTV.
Yes.
Now, I saw you said that you can do editing of the video, and so is it that when you go onto IGTV on Instagram, that your video is not necessarily gone? It's not necessarily shown live, that you are just doing the video then to post it up live? How does that work? Because I'm a bit confused with that one.
Okay, you have a couple of options. So whenever you are shooting the live video, afterwards, the next step would be you want to save the video, or do you want to include some comments, some hashtags? You can still do that, okay? If you save the video, then you can use an editing tool to, let's say, optimize your video in a better way, okay? Maybe you can, for example, I know that on Facebook, you can actually trim it. On Instagram, they were actually talking about that, but then you have to use the Facebook Creator Studio, which is a platform from Facebook. So if you go to business.facebook.com/creator studio, there are two tabs. One is for Facebook and other one is for Instagram. And it's a social media management tool. So you can check in there. Maybe they have already enabled the feature to trim it. Otherwise, you have to use another different tool.
Well, it doesn't
Okay,
sound
thank-
complicated at all, right?
Now, yeah, I mean, I can try to share the screen to show you if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So let me, just give me 1 sec. I'm going to open. And Facebook Creator Studio is just a tool that has been, improved a lot the last months.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's Facebook Business Suite where you have both your Facebook and your Instagram integrated, correct?
So you have the Facebook Business Suite, but you also have the Creator Studio, which is more like a way to compete with the YouTube Studio feature. I'm going to, now I'm not able, okay, let me see. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, cool. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So we have here, for example, Facebook here and Instagram here. So if you are creating an IGTV, so you post it, then you can see the post, you can even edit it in here. So this has already been published. You can still edit it, and you are on IGTV in here. So if you use the Facebook Creator Studio, you can do the same with stories, with carousel, photos, videos. And one of the interesting things as well, which I like to emphasize, is that you can actually schedule Instagram stories from this platform, but you need to have a PC. So it has to be from your desktop. I don't think it's still available on mobile. That's why it's so good if you're using it from your desktop. So I hope it helped.
Yes, very much. I was not
Okay.
aware of the Creative Studio in Facebook.
Yeah, no worries.
Jurgen, would you allow me to? In fact, I'll contact Abdul via email. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And that's what we are. We are about communicating with each other, and that's what I said. So we're going to have and share the contact information with anyone. And so we can all work together on anything. And social media, I think, is definitely something important. And I'm going to book Abdul for the next 12 hours, so don't call him.
No worries. I just have to sleep a little bit, but after that, I should be fine.
No sleep, no sleep, no sleep.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, but in any case, I don't know if there's any more questions for right now. And I don't see any hands, but I really wanted to thank you. This was very interesting. And hopefully we can do more. And especially Denise, thanks for attending again. I really appreciate it. Denise is from Trinidad, beautiful place. And thank you, Laurencio and Robin. And I think that's it. We had one more, I think he or she left. But we'll be repeating this session several times between now and the end of the month. We'll be showing it on our official launch event. And it's going to be on livestream and .travel and eTurboNews, and of course on World Tourism events. Thank you, Abdul, for attending, and I hope you have a good night in London, and everyone else a good day or good night, and aloha from here from Hawaii, and see you next time.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much, Jürgen. It was very nice to be here. And yeah, just feel free to shoot an email, and yeah, I'll be glad to be in touch with you and with everyone in the audience as well.